Key figures and titles. 1. King Alfred the Great, 849 to 899 AD. Known as the father of English prose, King Alfred was a great leader and scholar. He promoted education and literacy during his reign. Alfred translated important Latin works like the Pastoral Care and Boethius' lay Consolation of Philosophy into Old English. He initiated the writing of the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, a historical record that became crucial for understanding the period. He fought off Viking invasions, most notably at the Battle of Edington in 878 AD, securing peace for his kingdom. 2. Caedmon. Caedmon is often regarded as the first Christian poet of England. He composed Caedmon's Hymn, the earliest surviving Old English poem which praises God as the creator. 3. Cynewulf, an Anglo-Saxon poet known for his religious works. His signed poems include Aline, Juliana, The Fates of the Apostles, and Christ the Tikkun. Bede the Venerable was a monk and scholar from Northumbria who lived in the 7th century. He wrote the Ecclesiastical History of the English People, which preserved the story of England's early Christian roots. Known as the father of English history, Bede spent his life studying, teaching, and translating sacred texts. His wisdom earned him the title Venerable, and his works continue to inspire even today. Old English literature and works. 1. Beowulf, an epic poem and the most significant work of Old English literature. It tells the story of Beowulf, a hero who defeats the monster Grendel, Grendel's mother, and later a dragon. The poem is not just about battles, but also about the values of loyalty, bravery, and the inevitability of death. 2. Widsith, a poem that recounts the travels of a Scot poet named Widsith. It lists various tribes and kings the poet visited, making it a unique glimpse into the historical and mythological worlds of early Germanic people. 3. The Battle of Brunanburh, a victory poem celebrating King Athelstan's triumph over a coalition of Vikings and Scots in 937 AD. It depicts a sense of English unity and power, marking one of the most significant battles of the Anglo-Saxon era. 4. The Battle of Maldon, a poem commemorating the heroic but doomed defense of the English against Viking invaders in 991 AD. Byrhtnoth, the English leader, dies valiantly after allowing the Vikings an honorable fight. The poem highlights the themes of honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. 5. Dior, a lament by a poet named Dior, who has lost his position at court. The poem is structured as a series of complaints, each followed by the refrain, "That passed away, so may this." It reflects on the transience of both good fortune and suffering, a common theme in Old English elegies. 6. The Wanderer, a melancholic poem where an exiled warrior reflects on the loss of his lord and comrades. It explores the themes of loneliness, the passage of time, and the search for meaning in a changing world. 7. The Seafarer, another elegy where a sailor speaks of the hardships of life at sea while also contemplating spiritual salvation. Like The Wanderer, it reflects on human suffering and the search for peace beyond earthly life. 8. The Dream of the Rood, a visionary poem where the cross, or rood, tells its story of Christ's crucifixion. The cross is portrayed as both a witness to Christ's suffering and a heroic figure, blending Christian and warrior imagery. Cultural and historical context. The Old English period, also known as the Anglo-Saxon era, was marked by invasions, conquests, and the blending of pagan and Christian beliefs. Scopes, or poets, played a crucial role in preserving history, genealogy, and heroic tales through oral tradition. Monasteries became centers of learning and manuscript production, preserving works like the Exeter Book, which contains many Old English poems. Literature of the period often depicted themes of fate, word, exile, heroism, and the ephemeral nature of life. Many works emphasize the struggle between loyalty to one's lord and the inevitability of death. This storytelling tradition, though written in a different era, remains foundational in the development of English literature, with its blend of Christian ethics, heroic values, and deep reflections on human